Hi there, this is John Wilkinson again from History Made Easier with another skills presentation, this time aimed at getting you to think about concepts. And I like the graphic I use on this slide because I do think it's helpful to think of concepts as an umbrella under which other points shelter. Now, in this presentation, I first aim to show you just how important concepts are in your work. And trust me, even when they are not central to the question, good use of concepts can clinch that A-star grade. But ideally, I also hope to encourage you to do two things with the concepts you come across. First, explain them in just one sentence, so that you can integrate it into a wider explanation. And second, to identify 4 points so that you can deal with an A question. And use those points to frame a strong paragraph when a concept is at the heart of a B or C question. I hope that makes sense to you. Now, what I'm going to do on the next 3 slides, including this one, is share examples with you of concepts associated with each of the topics from the core of your course, as well as associated past questions. Now on this slide, first of all, note how there are examples of all 3 questions, A, B and C. And fair, it seems such a straightforward word. We all know what it means. But do we? It can of course be an alternative to just. Something is right and fair. But its emphasis for us should be that it indicates impartial, unbiased, without discrimination. Whereas justified is something that can be shown to be just, fair or right. So you need to think about why something can be seen as fair or not, justified or not. As for concepts that are directly linked to your history, like collective security, do make sure you know them and can explain them. I think the B question here is particularly interesting because a commitment to collective security removes a degree of sovereignty, which is of course another concept, the authority of a state to make its own decisions. Now, in this second collection, note how you should really have a clear understanding of just what is meant by appeasement in the collapse of peace topic. And there are, of course, other concepts you need to cover. Lebensraum comes immediately to mind. But do also notice justified makes an appearance again in the first of the C questions focused on appeasement. I want to also draw particular attention to the 2 B questions for the origins of the Cold War. Because although a concept isn't mentioned, you can make very good use of communism and liberal democracy in explaining why the wartime alliance broke down, or why the Truman Doctrine was significant. Indeed, I think the ideologies are central to both explanations. But sometimes you have to see the opportunity to use concepts. Now, in this last set, I draw attention first to the range of concepts that are important in these topics. And in the 2 containment C questions, you're not going to score top marks if you don't explain the concept central to the question. How else can you assess the success of a policy or a tactic if you don't? As for the C question on Gorbachev's policies, well, to underline the importance of this presentation, You get two concepts, and yes, both need to be explained if you're going to produce a strong answer. So concepts are important. But let's end by an example of what I'm asking you to practice. And let's use the two concepts in that last question, glasnost and perestroika. Now we also have an A question in that set. What was glasnost? Well, it translates as openness, and it was introduced by Gorbachev with the intent of making the Soviet government more responsive to the people's needs, and to deflect criticism of Gorbachev and his attempt to reform the Soviet system from the old guard in the party. In practice, this meant a degree of free speech, including discussions of social issues, even criticism of government policies, and a freer media, at least less censorship. Now that would earn 4 marks in a question A, and something on those lines could be used in a question B or question C too. So what about dropping in a sentence into a question to briefly explain a concept? Well, let's have a go with perestroika, though it would need a fuller explanation for the question I used on the previous slide. But if you were answering a question like, how far do you agree that solidarity was the main reason for the collapse of Soviet power in Eastern Europe? Explain your answer. A good part of your answer would focus on solidarity, and then there's a lot else that could be included. So let's put perestroika in a sentence, with an introductory sentence for the purpose of this presentation. Gorbachev's twin policies of perestroika and glasnost were, of course, also factors. That's your introductory sentence. Perestroika was a set of economic and political reforms intended to liberalize and decentralize the Soviet Union, and so make it more able to meet the people's needs. And then you'd go on to explain why it too was a factor in the collapse of Soviet power. But you see, I've got a good explanation of perestroika in just one sentence. So, concepts in your history. I hope that was useful for you and gets you thinking about the importance of key concepts. It's one of the things you will need to include in your work if you're going to achieve that A star. Now don't forget that I may have a tutorial slot available if you are interested in that. If that's the case, you should know the drill by now. Just get your parents to get in touch with me at historymadeeasier@gmail.com and we'll see if we can sort something out. But for now, let me thank you for listening and wish you the very best of luck with your studies. Cheers.